Hey there everyone, this is Shivam Singh signing in from Doxorb.com. Here today, I got an opportunity to have a distance interview or simply a Q&A session with Miss Shamila Lengsfeld. This is the first time I'm ever conducting an interview and I'm very glad that Shamila accepted my invitation. Well, Shamila is an award-winning German film director praised with the German Newcomer Film Award. But first things first, Doxorb is a technology channel, so if you guys are wondering that why am I conducting an interview with a film director, then I would like to tell you all that even creating videos for YouTube requires sort of knowledge of video production, and what will be much better than starting something while learning more about it. And on top of that, Shamila is not just any freelance film director. Her previous projects like the short film Blade received the Cinematography Award for Best Visual Effects, and the short film Elvius was praised with Silver Award for the Best Sci-Fi Short Film. So guys, here she is online. Hey Shamila, I'm going to prove your commitment towards technology to my audience. I can tell you all that she knows everything about film production. That is from handling cameras to the final editings of the films. Using drones, virtual reality, visual effects are all part of her skills.
Yes, I try to. I'm learning all the time, but I try to improve my abilities, yes.
And today, I'll be asking you some questions on the basics of your profession and more, so that the newcomers will understand that what it takes to be a professional.
Okay.
So guys, you might find some tips too. So stay tuned and let the interview commence. We can all find the meaning of cinematography or filmmaking by simply googling it. But I want to know that how do you define filmmaking? What is your definition of filmmaking?
Yeah, that's a hard question. I think at first filmmaking is telling a story and bringing the script alive. But for me, it's more than that. I think for me, filmmaking is like creating a kind of a soul for your movie and creating a kind of a spirit. So for that, to find your soul for your movie, you need a team who understands your vision. So I think for me, it's really important. I would define filmmaking basically as a team sport. So I have my vision, but I need a team, a creative team around me who understand it and who can translate it into pictures. So yes, that would be my definition. Finding a soul for your movie.
Definition of filmmaking consisting of words like soul and team sport? That's simply unique. I won't be able to find this anywhere online. Now, this is the most important question of all, for which even I am looking forward to. So based on your personal experience, tell me that from where should a cinematographer start? What are the basics actually? Any steps that they must be following?
So at first I think just grab your camera and shoot things. I think that's the most important thing, just do it. Because for me, I learned so much just by grabbing my camera, having it around all the time and shooting my friends, my family, a glass of water, a tree, and so I learned a lot about framing, a lot about lighting, movement of camera, about to control the audience's view. So you can do a lot just with your camera and you, and I don't speak about a high-end camera. It needs just something you can frame and have around. So I think cinematography, basically you learn it if you do it. And just grab your camera, stay curious, and shoot all the time.
So you two are saying that professional gear is not that important in order to get started in the profession of filmmaking?
No, I don't think so. At the end, it's it depends on your abilities to. If you have a camera, it always can just show what's in your mind. So also if you have a high-end camera, if you have not a clue about lighting or movement, you're not able to shoot pictures with dynamic or with a spirit. So yes, you don't need high-end gear. I don't think so.
Well, that's a nice perspective, and it's something that the newcomers must keep in their mind, that just don't run after high-end gear. Instead, run for high-end vision for and be creative with what you have. I saw one of your picture on Instagram, and by the look of that picture, I can clearly say that you were enjoying the virtual reality to the fullest by simply putting on those VR headsets. Tell me, what do you think about how technology is enhancing and inspiring the filmmakers of tomorrow? Do you find it as a promising companion for the upcoming filmmakers?
Yeah, of course. I think we are still in the beginning of realizing how huge this technology can influence our narrative film industry. So until now, as a filmmaker, you was in control about the focus of the audience. So with VR, it's more difficult to direct the audience view. So you have to think about how to use the whole space of 360 degrees to guide the audience. So I think it's really, there are a lot of experience, a lot of great films will come around, and yeah, I'm curious what will happen, what will be in the future with that technology. I think there's a lot of change in the industry with that.
I must say that technology is helping us out in every way possible, as even right now we two are from different countries having this conversation that is made possible by technology only.
That's amazing. You're right.
Moving on, I don't actually have found a lot of girls in the profession of filmmaking. But as a feminist, I have an opinion that females must do participate in this community actively, as things do get much better with the gender equal working environment. And that gets me a question that, how do you see the future of female participation in the fields of cinematography or filmmaking?
Yeah, I hope and I know that the future of the film industry is equal and less sexualized. So currently, I think there's a huge change in the industry. So the female filmmakers have the opportunity to stay up and make the female view more popular. So I'm sure there will be a big change, and the female filmmakers have the ability now to come in the first row and yes, make an equal industry. It's really great that you define yourself as a feminist. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. Well, I am too looking forward to the time when females too start participating in this industry with this much of enthusiasm as I found in you. On the closing note, I would request you to tell something about any of your upcoming project or any idea you are working on.
Yes, I'm working on a post-apocalyptic zombie web series. So yes, stay excited, and hopefully it will air next year. Yes.
But it will possibly be available in German only. But let me tell you that I recently have completed watching a Japanese series of almost 200 episodes, understanding all of them by using subtitles only. So I can watch movies in any language as far as they come with subtitles.
I make the subtitles just for you. Yeah.
Thank you. It's awesome talking to you, Shamila. Thanks for being my guest, not in physical, but over the air was fun too. Let's catch up some time. Until then, goodbye.
That's so great. I appreciate it, and thank you for having me. Bye.
Well, that's the end of the session. Hope you guys liked it, and that you have made so far. Please consider subscribing. It will mean a lot to me. Talk to you guys in the next one. Until then, namaste.
Battling emptiness. I try to get